concerned are you about the linebackers right now?
I mean, I'm concerned all the time. There's a lot of guys, like you said, that we're concerned about. There's a lot of guys we got high expectations for, like we said, but until they go out there and perform in front of the crowd when the lights are on, I tell you, that's what you're always waiting to see. So a lot of those guys, like I said, there's one of them that's really done it, and there's a lot of them that haven't, and we'll be anxious to see here in a couple weeks.
Luke, what's your two deep at linebacker right now?
You know what? It kind of fluctuates every day. Right now, I'd say the starting is obviously Curtis Grant and Ryan Shazier and Josh Perry, and then from there everything's going to kind of roll. And in the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season, there'll be a lot of guys, a lot of opportunities, and see how guys step up and play.
Who do you expect to be the two linebackers in the nicknames? Ryan and Curtis, or Ryan and Josh?
Ryan and Curtis right now, but we're moving some guys around. I mean, we might be in there with 6 DBs at some times too. So we'll find a way to get our best 11 guys in the field, and that's the most important thing.
How's Curtis been physically?
He's missed a little bit, but he brings a lot of passion and energy to us, and I think that's, you can evaluate the things in all different ways. And I know as we look at it, we look for our best 11 and we look for the 11 best, and that's those guys working together. So you can't just take those guys. Well, who are the best 11 guys and put them out there one-on-one? That's not the reality of it. The reality is it's a team sport, and you want to find those best 11 that work together.
How much comfort do you have in that secondary? All those veteran guys.
Those guys have done a great job, and we're going to rely on those guys. We're going to put them in some situations that we're going to put some heat on them, and we're going to have to ask them to challenge people a lot of things we do. So, we're going to play to our strengths, just like we always have, and with those guys back there that's got a lot of experience, we're going to play to them.
Your impressions of Duran Grant in particular?
What's that?
Duran Grant. Your impressions of him?
Oh, he's done a great job. Again, he's another one of those guys that hasn't done a whole lot in front of 107,000 people. Now, does that really make us nervous? No, but we'd like to see how those guys react and respond. And he's not like unlike a bunch of the other young guys. He's got some great expectations for him, and just excited to see him go out and play.
Luke, what's it like to defend your offense? Because a lot of guys have said the offense they thought was a little bit ahead of the D.
Oh, it's tough. I mean, it's an everyday process, and like you said, we don't sit there and try to scheme up and game plan against our offense. But the reality is that we got to play against them every day, and it's great work. You see some great guys, you see some great running backs, you see a great offensive line, obviously a quarterback that can do unbelievable things. That's going to do nothing but make us better.
Is there more speed back there now? I mean,
there's definitely more speed. There's more confidence. When guys know what they're doing and why they're doing it, their ability to play faster is obvious. It's not like just because they've been here another year with Coach Mick that he's made them from a 4-5 to a 4-3 guy by any means. But when they understand what they're doing and why they're doing it, they're a lot faster, and in turn that makes us have to play a lot faster.
Look, when we talk to some of your players, defensive players, they think this defense, what maybe will be a little bit different about it this year compared to last year. They think it may be a little faster, a little more athletic. I mean, they kind of use those kind of terms. What do you see that's different about this group compared to a year ago when you had all the veterans there?
I don't know. I mean, I'd say if you want to break them down and just test the speed, maybe they are faster. But the reality is, just like the offense, those guys that understand what they're doing and why they're doing it and they can play faster, that's the key. And I think that we really tried to kind of rein ourselves in. Us together as a staff another year has been a huge, huge growing experience. We know what we want, what we're looking for. We kind of focused on the objectives of what we want, and we kind of sold those guys on those things. And, we're not going to sit here and talk about goals, because goals are something that you guys will evaluate at the end of the season. In today's world, man, it's such a fast-paced world. You can't be wondering and worried about what's going to happen in 2 or 3 weeks. We got to have an everyday objective, and that's what we're going to continue to focus on.
Well, talking about your anxiety or your angst or whatever, is it when you replace several, it'll be eight new starters on defense in the first game with Roby out and stuff. Just how does it keep you up at night just thinking about the new guys?
Oh, really it doesn't. I mean, the idea of how they will react and respond in front of that crowd, I mean, there's nothing like the environment that we put them in here on a daily basis. It's not 107,000 people, but it's as close as we could possibly get with the energy and the excitement and the on-edge type of leadership that we do and the aggressive nature that we have it. But, to really see them go out there, I'm not only anxious, but I'm really excited too. And I think that's kind of that torn when you lay to bed. When you go to bed at night, are you really anxious or are you really a little bit nervous? But I tell you, I got a lot of confidence in these guys, and I'm excited to see them play.